All right, let's go over example 1, writing reciprocals, and this is part of chapter 2, section 2, dividing decimals. All right, so problem A, our original number is 3/5. Okay, so let's write that as a fraction, and 3/5 is a fraction already. So I'm just going to copy that. Okay, now we need to write the reciprocal, and if you remember, the reciprocal is two numbers whose product is 1. Okay, and the reciprocal is, to do that, you invert, or to put upside down, your fraction. So in other words, the 5 is going to become the numerator, and the 3 is going to become the denominator. So what I did here is I moved 5 from the denominator to the numerator, and I moved 3 from the numerator to the denominator. Okay, and then to check and see if this is correct, we are going to multiply them together, and the product should be 1. Okay, so our original fraction was 3/5, and I'm going to multiply that by our reciprocal, which is 5/3. And let's see if we get 1 as a product, because then we'll know we did it correctly. Let's see, 3 times 5 is 15. 5 times 3 is 15. And if you ever, for a fraction, have the same number on top as you on the bottom, same number in the numerator and the denominator, the product is 1. So we did that one correctly. Okay, let's do the next one. 9/5. Okay, so that's already a fraction. 9 numerator, 5 denominator. Write the reciprocal, so we're going to invert the fraction. So we're going to make 5 the numerator and 9 the denominator. So as you can see, I flipped the fraction around. I inverted the fraction. And then let's check. Let's see if we're right. So we're going to multiply them together and see if we get 1. So 9/5 times 5/9. And remember, when we're multiplying, we just multiply straight across. 9 times 5 is 45. And 5 times 9 is 45. And we see that the numerator number 45 is the same as 45, so the product is 1. Okay, last one here. Our number is 2. So to make 2 into a fraction, here's what you do. If you ever want to make a whole number into a fraction, you make the whole number the numerator, and 1 is the denominator. Okay, so again, if you want to make a whole number a fraction, you put the whole number as the numerator, and 1 as the denominator. Okay, now let's write the reciprocal. So 1 is now the numerator, and 2 is now the denominator. So as you can see, I flipped it around. I wrote the inverse. Okay, now let's multiply to see if we get a product of 1, and if we do, we know we did it correctly. Oops. Okay, so get my pen back. So in our original fraction, 2 was the numerator, 1 was the denominator. And then here's our fraction but inverted, the reciprocal. And again, we multiply across, so 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 2 is 2. And we have the same number as the numerator and as the denominator, so our product is 1.